And what's the significance of Matt Pottinger coming to Taiwan now? I mean, we know in 2020 he sent a video message congratulating President Tsai on her re-election. What does his coming here now mean at this point for U.S.-Taiwan ties?
So, right now he's just a civilian. He doesn't have a government position, but he's still an important figure because of how influential he's been on China policy in the past. And even though currently Republicans are not in control of the presidency in the United States, there's a non-zero chance that in the future, Matt Pottinger could have a position of authority in the United States government going forward. So, it's important for Taiwan to not just maintain good relations with someone like Matt Pottinger, but it's good for Matt Pottinger himself to have on-the-ground experience here, getting to know Taiwan, firsthand, and getting to meet with politicians, academics, and advisors here as well.
And what's been the thrust of his various addresses, his speeches to people around Taiwan so far?
I think it's a couple of things. I think first, it's a reassurance of, the rock solid relationship that the United States holds with Taiwan. Matt Pottinger was, constantly reminding the room of not just America's commitment, but that it's a bipartisan commitment. And it's something that, one of the few things that Democrats and Republicans really agree on. But he also made a lot of notes about, a lot of problems that we know do exist. The need for military reform, the need for defense reform, and the need for better communication, not just within Taiwan, but also between Taiwan and the United States.
And he's praised Taiwan's COVID response, which obviously Taiwan kept COVID largely outside of the country for a good year and a half. He also has, historically, he's praised Taiwan's approach to same-sex marriage while working for a party in Washington that traditionally opposed same-sex marriage and has been accused, at least, of bungling its COVID response when COVID hit America in 2020. How do you view that?
It's complicated, to say the least. Someone like Matt Pottinger, who has excellent policies for China and Taiwan and is a known friend of Taiwan, can acknowledge how these things exist in Taiwan in an incredibly positive light. Even just today at Zhengda, during his speech, Matt Pottinger spent a non-trivial amount of time praising Taiwan for its gender equality, for its women leadership, and for passing marriage equality for the LGBTQ community here in Taiwan. And I would love for more Republican allies of Taiwan to not just say those things out loud, but to, remind the bipartisan support back in the United States that these are part of Taiwan's values as well.